What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to another edition of the Double Trouble. Boomer, hey guys, how are you? Brian, Believe in Save Ministries. All y'all on here, Boomer Sooner. Wednesday night, back at you again. Lots to talk about. Portal is, it's crazy. The portal's not open until December 4th, but it's all over. That's all you're seeing all over Twitter is all the people that are entering the portal, Jeremy. Hey, Ron, how are you? Daposa, how are you tonight? Jeremy, how you doing today? Long
Man,
day?
I'm playing daddy daycare this week.
Oh, boy.
Wife's out of town. It's been a struggle, man. I just got home literally 2 minutes ago. So, but it's been
Made
a
it.
good day. It's a good day, and it's always good to end the day with you guys, Sooner Surge followers. Appreciate it. Let's get right into it, Jay, with Sooner fans' question here.
Asking about the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't understand that either, really. I mean, OU travels so good for bowl games. You know what? I would love to see OU Missouri. I think that would be a great matchup. I think Penn State to me is kind of, I don't know why. I just have this
Penn
feeling
State
about
does
Penn.
nothing for me.
They do nothing for me, dude.
They do nothing for anyone. Hey, someone mentioned Red Bull. Actually, I'm going to advertise. I went with the Black Mama 7 brew tonight, Jay.
What did you get? Is that like a mini cup?
I got a small, dude. It's 9:30 at night.
If you're going to get it, you got to go a little bit bigger than the small. That's weak.
Go big or go home, Jay. Did OU go big?
Road game at Penn State would go hard. Yeah, at Penn State. Hunter, we're talking about the bowl game, though.
Talking about a bowl game. I love Penn State's wideouts. I think it's elite. I just think the team is no fun to watch. When was Penn State fun to watch?
No, they're not.
Jay, who was the running back they had that was a stud?
Hey, listen, it's still possible for OU to get a New Year's Six, something like that. Or I've seen some people throwing out OU Washington in the Fiesta Bowl if they were to lose to Oregon. I think there's still a shot that the committee could be like, hey, and I think what would help is if Texas just destroys OSU. I think that would help matters. I also think that would give you – because I think they could slip into the playoff then. But
Jay, Saquon – no, I'm not talking about Saquon. Before that, they had an elite running back. Jay, you remember who it is?
I mean, you got to tell me, like, what time frame, dude. They've had really good
probably 5 years before Saquon. Hey, 405 boy, why do you said you're hopping from one station to the other?
Because I think Brandon Drum and them are on tonight as well.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they were going on at 8:30 or
not
something.
Not Saquon Barkley, not Saquon Braden. OU wants no part of Washington. I don't understand that comment. I think OU would take a top. I think OU coaches and players would love a top 5 opponent.
Yeah, I think he's saying that he thinks Washington would win that game.
Shelby, Mike Gundy got Coach of the Year when they were ready to rip him out of Stillwater after losing to South Alabama. But they didn't. And because of that, because they get to the Big 12 championship game, he gets Coach of the Year, which I think is just unbelievable. And 405 boy, I know Jason absolutely thinks DG would follow Levy to Mississippi State. I think, and it was Kajana Carter. That's correct, Sooner fan. Way to go. Number 32.
Did you just put words in my mouth about DG? What did you say about
I said that you said you think DG would follow Levy possibly.
I think there's a possibility of it, yeah. Do you not think you think there's zero chance?
I think he's going to test NFL waters. Hey, Jay Jones, let me talk about this for a second. OU plays better against the best teams. You're right. I don't want a scrub team. I want someone who's going to be elite so OU has something more to even play for.
I would like a New Year's Six bowl, but
did you say Brian, Dylan, it's not Dylan might not be our guy.
Dylan is not our guy.
Dylan is not our guy. Good evening, Crystal. Good evening, Infidel.
Crystal's
appreciate you guys being on as always.
Crystal's right on this. I mean, let's just say, Jeremy, I know you have some kin there in Missouri. If you were to take OU or Missouri, who do you think the committee would take just based on money and who would bring the most fans? I mean,
I don't think Missouri is the one you need to worry about because I think they're pretty locked in.
So you think, oh, no, Missouri's not. Missouri's behind OU.
Mississippi, what's Mississippi right now, Jay?
Ole Miss is ahead of OU, correct.
Now, the only reason they entice anyone is Lane Kiffin.
Correct.
Infidel, you're right. Washington's defense is not very good. And Hunter agrees with me. Mizzou has a better chance than Ole Miss.
I would love OU Missouri, dude. Give me it right now.
I'll be at that game next year.
In Columbia?
In-laws live in Columbia. Yes, we're going to be at that game.
What? I guess I'm mistaken on Missouri. I thought they were behind.
Yeah, I don't know what you were talking about, Jay.
Maybe I'm thinking they're behind.
Jason again doesn't know his facts.
What are you, dude? What are you talking about? Missouri's behind Ole Miss and Penn State, are they not?
Missouri's ahead of OU. I thought. I haven't even looked at it because I haven't cared because of where OU is. But I don't think they play an SEC team either, or at least not a team they're playing next year, like Hunter says. They're not going to match up that opponent.
OU Liberty.
I don't want. That is awful.
That Tulane.
It would be like Boise State again.
That's why I don't want OU Tulane either, because OU plays Tulane next year.
Yes. You see Platt's transferring?
What?
Quarterback from Tulane's out.
Dude, there's so many quarterbacks. We got to talk about the portal tonight, guys. Okay, Missouri.
We got to talk portal.
Totally wrong.
Portal.
I was totally wrong, guys. My bad on Missouri. Maybe I just wanted them to be below OU. God,
I don't know, Jay.
How
I think
are they
that
ranked number 9.
That black because
Jeremy,
they've been winning and they've been ranked high.
Who have they beat? Tell me.
I don't know.
Tell me.
Florida.
They're not ranked.
Played Georgia close.
Have they beat a ranked team, Jeremy?
Beat Kentucky. Beat K-State.
Have they beat a ranked K-State? There it is.
Hey, Sooner fan. I would be all on board with Raleek Brown hitting the portal like he'd already done and gets Norman to return punts. The Gavin Freeman project is over.
It's not over.
It's over.
You're ridiculous, man.
End it.
No, you're silly, man.
Over.
How is it over? Because he had a couple bad games?
Jay.
What?
Are you going to be happy if he's the one returning punts next year?
I mean, it depends. He ran the one back to the house first game this year. He definitely wasn't the guy at the end of this year. I would have went with somebody else.
He's got the yips. Just like your golf game, dude. He's got the yips chip.
I haven't played golf in years.
I wouldn't either with the yips, Jay.
Oh, please. I've seen you hit a golf ball. Wow.
Yeah, okay. I know. It goes a long ways. Riley Leonard's probably going to go to A&M.
Hey, you got to check Notre Dame for tampering.
I agree.
You know why? Last year, they got Sam Hartman right when he entered the portal. This year, everyone's saying he's going to Notre Dame, Riley Leonard.
Okay, time out. Go to
time out. We're not going to stop the clock.
Look at Lori. First off, who's someone? That's what I want to know. I would be utterly shocked if Gavin Freeman's in the portal because he's an OU guy.
In the portal. He's not in the portal.
Who's someone, Lori? Tell us who someone is.
He's not portaling.
Hey, Brian, time out, Brian. And I don't know why I'm saying. I'm going to get fired up again. Brian, here's the whole disappointing thing with Gavin Freeman. Correct me if I'm wrong. All we heard all offseason was Gavin Freeman's unreal.
He was at the beginning of the year. He looked pretty good.
At receiver?
First couple games. He didn't really play receiver much this year.
Hey, Jason Freeman was awesome at Muskogee.
I think Gavin Freeman. Do you think Gavin Freeman could play the Stoops role pretty good, though?
Possibly. I mean, he kind of likes that. That's kind of like he is. But, look, I just think it got in his head a little bit on punt returns. That's all. He may be well improved, Jay. I'm not saying
guys improve, dude. Guys improve from year to year usually.
He was supposed to this year, Jay.
Hey, Mike asked a good question about where he fits in with the offense. I think where he fits in would be like a slot, but they also have other slots that are really good. So I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see what they do with him.
Honestly, you would think his role would be in punt return. He just wasn't good after the beginning of the year. Yeah, hey, wait. Shelby says, Shelby, are you saying you would take Mario back?
No, I don't.
No way. I don't think Mario Williams is very good.
I think he was kind of overrated, man. He didn't pan out.
He's not tough.
He didn't pan out.
He's not tough, Jay. The wind blows. The wind blows. He falls down. He's like Ollie Gordon. He's hurt all the time.
Yeah. You're
Sam
right.
Mays compared Ollie Gordon to
Adrian
Adrian
Peterson. That's
Hey, Mars Jam, what was the chat? I'm curious.
why.
What chat were you in there where they said Freeman's hitting the portal? How would a guy hit the portal when he was given a scholarship this year? Like, he should be thankful. Ollie Gordon is player of the year.
Jeremy, what position do you think OU needs the most out of the portal?
Shelby, are you saying my Ollie Gordon comment?
I'm thinking so.
Look, Ollie Gordon is an elite running back, Jay. He's great. I just can't stand the fact that he acts hurt all the time. Like,
hey,
he's very arrogant too.
Jeremy, number one position portal needs for Oklahoma.
Well, Brickman and Brian just answered your question, Jay. You have to get a D lineman, interior D lineman.
They got some recruits coming in really good though.
Right, but you got to have some guys, and I understand they're going to have DeJoun Terry and they're going to have Lacey back. I'm just not sure I want Lacey as a starter.
So you're saying a guy like DeJoun Terry, another guy like that?
I'm saying like a Hicks guy, yeah.
I think tight end is a must get. What is that?
This?
I think it's supposed to be a picture.
Yeah. Nice, Josh Holt.
Hey, Ollie Gordon, prima donna. We got a kicker coming in. Tight end though, Jeremy. You have
OU insider chat.
Parker Thune and them. There's probably somebody on there. Hey, tight end. You got Devon Mitchell coming in, but don't you think they need a guy that can play right away there, too?
Yeah, I'd like another guy at tight end. I don't know.
Because you got so many guys injured. That's the problem with the tight end.
Could McIntyre be the guy? I mean,
he's injured. He was injured this year. You got Caden Helms. I think Caden Helms could be good, but he's injured a lot.
Hey, now QB.
That's a good point. It really is.
I think you got to go get a backup quarterback.
Not Davis Bevel or John Booty.
No, you got to go get a backup quarterback.
So somebody with
Will Howard. There's the name that Hunter said we talked about earlier. Blake Shapen is the guy.
Out of Baylor?
Yes. A great backup. Would be exactly what you wanted to back up. No one would be calling for him to take over the starting role. He would just be a backup guy.
Does Casey Thompson have another year?
Casey Thompson's done. What's up, OX Tiz? Hey, now, if you get Luke Hasz,
no, I don't.
Over.
I don't think Luke is coming. No way. Zero chance.
Why?
He had his chance to come here and he didn't. I don't think there's a chance.
He wants to play for Neck Brace Petrino?
Well, I don't think he wants to play for OU.
Honestly, I think, and this is total speculation on my part, Jay.
Obviously.
Do you think DG would say something like, you think DG may have had talks with Levy and could say, I'm going to play the bowl game, but
no.
Do you think if he leaves, it's before the bowl game?
He would be a graduate transfer. Am I wrong? Hunter.
Well,
look it up.
If he's staying in college, it's not going to be at the University of Oklahoma.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's going to go.
No chance.
I think he follows Levy, dude. I think Levy's going to want a guy that's ran that offense.
The Notre Dame recruit, Coconut Greg, is Nate Roberts.
Hey, let me throw this question for you, Jeremy. I heard.
What about Nate Roberts, Jay?
For tight end, if they can get him.
But Brian was asking about him.
I don't know. That's a weird recruitment. I don't know if. I mean, it's weird because you already got Mitchell coming in. I mean, I would love to get Nate Roberts. He's a guy close to Norman. You got to get him really, but I don't know if they will. Okay, here's the thing about DG Tiz. Listen, okay, he would be a graduate transfer, which means there's nothing about enrolling for the next semester or whatever. Yeah, he's 25 class Dax. You're correct. Where's he going to go, Tiz, to get that money? Do you think Mississippi State would pay him $2 million a year? NIL?
Jay, $1 million isn't much nowadays. He can get that with his business ventures.
Well, you heard what Matt Rule said today, that most of those guys, yeah, there it is. Sooner Surge put it in there, about $1.5–2 million. So where would he go then? Here's before all this stuff with Levy happened. Jeremy, do you remember the 2 schools I said he could go to?
Mississippi State.
No, before all this happened, I said
Hawaii
to break the record at Hawaii.
And play with his idol, Tommy Chang.
His Tommy Chang is a coach. I could see him doing that, playing in this home place. I could see that. The other one I said was UCLA, but they fired Chip Kelly, I think, so I don't think that's happening.
Brian said it best. Job well done, DG. Appreciate you. Arnold's time. Hey, Jay, you mentioned the Arizona tight end.
Arizona State.
Yeah, the Arizona State guy.
Yeah.
That's what someone just mentioned on here. He'd be great.
Yeah, he'd be good for sure. And this is not wrong. Tiz is not wrong here. He would be the highest rated quarterback, other than probably, I would say, you got Cam Ward if he hits the portal. You
KJ Jefferson.
KJ Jefferson is not better than Dylan Gabriel, Jeremy. Oh my goodness, Jeremy. You got to be kidding me.
I don't know
Jeremy, wake up from whatever you're dreaming. You cannot admit that
I didn't say he was better.
You kind of gave me the eye emoji, kind of like rolling your eyes, like, I don't know.
I think Jefferson is going to be amazing if he goes to Levy's game.
I asked you, there's no way DG is better than KJ. And you go,
Hey, just
wait,
a second.
No. Answer the question.
Just a second.
Answer it.
What?
I asked you. I said, you don't think DG's better than KJ? And you go,
How about, okay, I'm going to answer your question. DG is better. KJ is more talented. There. Yeah, tell me I'm wrong.
KJ's not a very good thrower of the ball.
He's more talented than DG, Jay.
In the run game. Yes. Rattler. Hey, where's Rattler going to get drafted?
Fourth round.
Fourth round.
Second, third
Not
round.
second.
Hey, can I get to Dalpo? You're spot on. I'm done with delaying the young guys.
Who are you talking about?
We saw it last year with Aguabu playing instead of young guys. We've seen it this year with Key Lawrence instead of young guys. We've seen it on the offensive side. Like, seriously, let's play some young guys.
Yeah, Shelby, I think there's zero chance Caleb Williams stays in college.
It's not going to be USC.
Zero chance.
His time's over.
Yeah, everybody says fifth round for Rattler. Fifth round.
All three of us said that, yeah, never say never. Hey, PJ should have played a lot more. Hey, Bothroyd and Ford, old guys. Old guys.
Hey, 405 boy.
0 sacks.
Hey, 405 boy. I would agree with you there, but I do think Zach Selman's helping them out. I think it's going to get a lot better there for them. But, I'm in Arkansas, and the story here was that Arkansas, a lot of the big donors said no on stuff. And because where I live, there's some money over here where Fayetteville is. And a lot of them just aren't ponying up, it sounds like. I don't know.
Sooner, I don't know if you have to say if PJ is. I think he proved himself in the small amount of time he was in there. He had more stats.
Okay. Brandon 96. If you don't think he's going to the NFL, do you think he's staying at USC for another year? I don't see it.
I don't either.
He's going to do the same thing again next year.
Yes. But Carson Beck's got another year.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to go to another big-time school, maybe. You know where I could see him going? Oh, wait. You know where he could go? This would actually fit. If he's going to stay in college, you know where he should go? Oregon. Dan Lanning. Bo Nix is gone. They got a ton of money, dude.
LSU after Daniels. Oh, you would have to face him. Hey, thank you, Sooner fan. Love your comment here. Jay and I have been talking about this. Worthless DNs. We keep throwing some out there. It's insanity.
Ethan Downs made all Big 12.
Second team, yeah. I'm talking about Bothroyd and Ford.
Yeah. Hey, y'all ready for the first trivia tonight?
Bring it. Let's go.
First trivia tonight. Okay. Seth Luttrell, new OC, baby. He was a captain on the 2000 Natty Championship team. If you can name the other 5 captains, I know it's a lot. Can you name the other 5 captains from the 2000 national championship team? That's the question. Seth Luttrell was one of them. See if you can get this. It's tough. It's a tough question.
I didn't get one of them.
Yeah, you didn't get one of them.
There's
Bubba
one.
Burcham, that's one. Correct. Man, he was a stud. I love Bubba Burcham.
Would you take Brock Vandergrift?
Torrance Marshall, correct.
Would you take Brock Vandergrift as a backup? I would.
I don't even know if he can play football. He hasn't played yet.
I would take him as backup.
Torrance Marshall's correct.
We have 3. Y'all have gotten 2 of them, Burcham and
we got 3 more.
Marshall. Heupel.
Heupel and Kalmus, that's 2.
Hey, so Burcham's a preacher, Jay, and also Burcham's a preacher and also has a snow cone stand. He's awesome working for FCA.
Y'all are missing 1. There's 1 left. Whoever can get it will win the trivia if you can get the last one.
I don't know if anyone will get it, Jay.
So far, you have Burcham, Heupel, Kalmus, Marshall, and Luttrell. There's 1 more.
Yeah, 80 wasn't there in 2000. He
Not Thatcher. Johnny, that's a great guess.
JT Thatcher was awesome, number 15.
That's a great guess.
Brett's got Torrance in there twice.
Sooner fan is correct by the red-haired guy, but who is it?
It is the red-haired guy.
Who is
Jay,
it?
give it. There it
Boom,
is.
Brett Wright.
Chris Hammond, he was on Survivor, right, Jay?
Yep, and then he's the one that his law office donated that money for the walk-ons.
Hey,
Look at that. You had 2 walk-ons, 2 walk-ons as captains that year.
Chris Hammond and Brett. Brett has taken a break from Biltmore Christmas 3 nights in a row to answer the trivia question. Congrats, Brett. You get
correct.
bragging rights.
Hey, the next question coming about the 40-minute mark's a banger. It's a banger, dude.
Did you just say it's a banger question? You act like you're a high school kid. How you talk, Jay?
How?
Hey, Jay, who's the better tight end, Trent Smith or Steven Alexander?
My money would be Steven Alexander.
I would go Trent Smith in a heartbeat.
How long did Trent Smith play in the NFL?
I don't care about NFL. Better sooner.
What? You asked who's the better tight end?
Yeah, I said who's. I don't know.
A guy that plays in the NFL for years is not better than the guy that doesn't make it?
Look, everyone's saying Trent Smith. I don't know what's up.
Okay, so you can believe everybody on there. I mean, come on, guys. You got to go with me, Alexander. Come on.
Alexander's son is going where, Jay?
I don't know where Cooper's ending up.
Well, Sooner fan says he's
Alexander here come the Alexander boys. Pro Bowler boys.
Iowa State. Steven Alexander's son is going to Iowa State. That's right. Man, you talk about king of the tight ends.
Hey, I'm going to throw a name out there for you.
Blake Bell might be the best one, Jay.
Guys, I'm going to throw a name out for the portal. Okay? I think OU needs. I think this guy's going to hit the portal, and OU needs to be all over him.
Who is it?
Defensive end. He's at Florida right now. Played at Owasso. McClellan.
Won't he play inside though?
I think he played in. Chris McClellan.
Yeah. Who's the tight end from Nebraska?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Jace. Mark Andrews was elite.
But he would be a good get. I think he's probably going to get Abe or hey, the guy from Ohio State, Jimmy, you're correct. And we talked about this the other day, Jeremy. And you've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of receivers hit the portal. One being Ashton Kozart tonight, which everybody knows Ashton Kozart when he was recruited at Oklahoma. He was one of the ones that said, "Okay, I'm going to go take another visit." He left and went to Oregon. Okay, but to me, you don't take just. You got to take guys that are going to be different makers. You can't take middle of the road guys. I don't think that's what the high school recruiting is for.
Jay, do you know who started
immediate help?
Do you know who started at center for OU in the '99 year? It wasn't Scott Kempenick, was it?
No, center. I'm trying to think.
Jet, it wasn't Scott Kempenick, was it?
Was it Cooper? No, he was later.
I'm going to know it when I hear it, and it's going to bother me. Burcham wasn't 99, was he?
Yeah, Burcham was there.
In 99?
I believe so, yeah.
Then it would have been Burcham.
Burcham.
Kelly says Burcham. Calcaterra was great, yeah. So, Jay,
yeah, the portal is overwhelming. It's
So
There's
what's
just
your number one portal priority?
I think a tight end, a good tight end. I think Seth's going to want to use the tight end a lot. And you got Devon Mitchell, who's a stud. Sooner fan says D-line. And Sooner fan's right in that aspect. You cannot ever have enough defensive linemen, right? You can't. So
Someone earlier asked Jay about the guys from A&M.
Okay, so
do you think it depends on if they keep their D-line coach now?
He's gone.
If he's gone, they gone.
No, not necessarily.
Probably.
Not
Some
necessarily.
of them will.
Here's a lot you got to ask too. Is you got a guy like Terry Bussey. I know he committed there, but who's going to be? They lost their wide receiver. Who's going to be their guy? They got to get a staff together pretty quick there at A&M.
I don't know.
Is that place weird? Is A&M weird or what?
Yes, they're weird. Hey, halfback.
I think they're good. I think Elko though. I think Elko is going to be a good coach.
Jay, what about halfback? If they're using a halfback, do they need to go get one?
No.
Who's it going to be?
I mean, you're going to go get a halfback out of the portal, dude.
Tolly Walker?
Come on.
Tolly Walker?
Really? Tolly Walker, he could play halfback. I don't know. I mean, I'm not too concerned about the halfback right now. I know Tiz is saying make halfback Hugh great again. I get it. But I don't think that's a concern for portal.
Our NIL fund is pretty good, guys. Now, Xavier Robinson could be halfback.
Now, that's a good point.
He could be a fullback position.
Yeah, Jerm loves Tallwee.
What? I've been a Marcus Major fan, Jay.
You love Tallwee.
Eileen, I like the idea of converting Canick. However, I don't know how. What's the word? Are you losing a lot for his future at defense? Because he could be a lead on defense, too, if he was used right, I think.
Yeah, so what do you think? Defensive line's number one portal?
I'm always saying you want to know what the number one portal is next year? Defensive line. What about 20 years from now? Defensive line.
I will say this. We know they're jam-packed in that wide receiver room with what they got coming in, but y'all did see that Jaron Bradley hit the portal. To me, that's probably going to be a no-brainer, is it not, with Emmett Jones and their relationship? I would think Jaron Bradley, the chances of going to OU, I think that's a very good possibility.
Yeah, I think Canick will be great, too. I think if he doesn't get it after this next year, you're right, maybe.
Were you surprised?
Hey, guys.
Were you surprised with Canick this year in his development?
I was surprised once he got benched. I think he was playing okay.
But do you think he developed throughout the year good?
He could have been better, obviously. No one finished well second half of the season on the defensive side of the ball. We have a kicker coming in from Moore, local guy, really good, really, really good. So we do have a kicker coming in, Timothy. Elite, bang 50-yarders all day. Austin Box did struggle, man. What a sad story, Austin Box, man. What were the reasons, Ox, Tiz?
Tiz, what are you thinking were the reasons? I got my own opinions. I'd like to see what you thought, too.
Who won't play as a freshman? Xavier or the kicker?
The kicker's 5-star, yeah. I mean, they don't do stars for kickers, but he's unreal. So you think tight end, kicker?
Jalen Moore from the basketball team would be an elite tight end. Gavin Marshall was hurt, Donnie. Gavin Marshall was hurt.
Sooner fan, that's a good question. I don't think he will, and I don't think he should. I think they just got to get it. They got to figure it out.
Matt O'Neill.
Who?
Matt O'Neill. Crystal.
Ooh, that's an awesome question, Crystal.
Crystal. Besides the question, we're just going to say thanks again. I don't know what else we can do, but we appreciate you so much. Jay and Jerm, list your biggest recruiting heartbreak. Jacob Phillips in recent memory hurt. Are we saying biggest Wait. Crystal, are you saying biggest recruiting heartbreak because we didn't land them or because they didn't pan out? I don't want to answer it until I hear your response.
I think she's asking biggest one we didn't land. That's what I think. We'll see if that's what she says. But what's up, Jen Kane? How are you tonight?
Have to get I think
for sure. I think he's
they'll
right.
get one. They'll get an O-line portal guy.
You got to hit the portal hard. I'm loving what I'm hearing about Seth Luttrell and Bill Bedenbaugh, how they work really good together. I didn't know that they were related somehow.
How?
Something about their wives, maybe sisters or something. It's
their wives may be sisters.
I heard that, or that they took.
Crystal says didn't land. Brian says Arch Manning. No chance.
No, I don't think Arch Manning was that good. So, who would you say, Jeremy?
Was that good? He's still playing, Jay.
I don't think he is that good. Who would you say then? Your biggest heartbreak?
Oh, man, in recent years.
Jimmy
was OU in on was OU in on Branch? They weren't, right?
No. Not I mean Sooner fan says what I was going to say.
That's the one that comes to mind, but I'm trying to think outside of that guy.
I'll tell you a guy that I was really hoping they would get.
Who?
And just because I watched him play so much in high school was Presley.
No.
In Lincoln Riley.
Wow.
In Lincoln Riley.
Wow.
Wow.
He's not a 5-star.
She didn't ask about 5-star.
Lincoln Riley wasn't there yet because signing day hasn't happened.
Presley would have been good in Lincoln Riley.
In my opinion, the biggest heartbreak that you don't land has to be. Now, Luther Burden's been great, but I don't even look.
Wait, I got a better one.
Wait. I don't look on the offensive side of the ball ever. I think it's got to be on the defensive side of the ball. And, I mean, I was just trying to think of another D lineman outside of Hicks, though.
Overton?
Yeah, I mean, they're those guys, but
hey,
me, that's what it's got to be. That's what it has to be.
I got a name that I remember when this was going down, I was very disappointed. But it turned out the guy isn't very good. Oh, yeah. Did I say Chris McClellan earlier instead of Jace? Anyway, hey, Kamar Wheaton. Do you remember that whole deal?
But what's he done?
He hasn't. But at the time, it was a big heartbreak. Remember that whole deal?
I agree. Johnny, if you're going to go by numbers-wise, Johnny's got the answer.
Oh, Sooner Surge is talking about Jace. I thought you were correcting me or something. I thought it was
Jace McClellan's a running back. I didn't think OU was in on him very much. Hey, Jay.
Oh, Matt.
Jay. Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, OU missed out on big time.
Yeah, but most people missed out on him.
I get it, but.
You know, I mean. But
I got one. I mean, if you're going to go by recruiting misses, George Kittle.
Well, yeah, if you go by misses.
Chester, you're right. Back-to-back cycles, they lost them. Crystal, that's a great question, and thanks a lot for the super, Crystal. Appreciate it.
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Has anybody watched the Barry Sanders thing yet?
I'm just glad Matt Leinart didn't come to Norman.
He would not have fit in Norman.
I didn't like him.
I didn't like him at USC.
Hey, so let me ask everyone this. All the viewers that are on here, let me ask you this. What do you expect to see differently in the bowl game on offense, if anything? Go, Jay.
I think you're going to see better running game.
Well, the running game was pretty good the last week.
I don't think you'll see as many jet sweeps.
I don't want to say better. I'm saying different, Jay.
I don't think you'll see as many jet sweeps.
Well, Levy wasn't running very much at the end.
Well, that's true, but it depends on less tempo. That's jet.
More run game is what Chester says. Stogner with 4+ catches. I absolutely agree with the tight end being used. However, I think the quarterback has a lot to do with that. Longer drive so the defense can rest. Now, Teague says more Gibson, but we've started to see more Gibson the last 2 weeks.
Hey, Jeremy, do you think Seth Luttrell wants to be a head coach again?
No.
Could you see him being at OU for like 7 years as OC?
12 years.
I could see him long term. I do think that.
Hey, listen, Coconut Greg, who asked about the Stogner? Oh, it's Sooner fan. Listen, I was roasting Stogner. I was roasting Stogno more than he was getting roasted in games. And guess what? I realized he still catches the ball pretty good and he gets open. They just weren't throwing him the ball. So
I do think they'll run less RPO, Brian. I agree. OU
no, hey,
Alamo Bowl.
Crystal
Yeah,
thinks
probably
more
so.
halfback passes in the bowl. I'm talking about the bowl game. You think they're going to implement that early?
Definitely going to see more Copenhagen. That's 100% sure. Go Seth Luttrell there.
Dude,
Definitely.
Seth Luttrell reminds me of someone.
He looks like the guy. Everyone's comparing him to the guy off the Friday Night Lights. The coach. I heard
Yeah,
Kerry. I think it was Kerry Murdoch on Sooner Scoop said it reminds him of a guy in the 1970s movie or something like this, old school.
he does look like an dude. He's got a nice jawline and cheekbone, dude. You would not want to mess with him in an alley. I promise you. That
Yeah,
dude was
they
tough
will
as
listen.
nails at Muskogee.
They will be tougher, probably tougher team with him. I think. Not that Levy's wasn't tough, but
Yeah, we don't need jet sweeps. That was a
that's
joke.
right, Tiz. That is right.
Hey, not just that. My OC can and my head coach can.
So can my strength and conditioning coach.
Guys, who would pay money for this? Lincoln Riley, Cliff Kingsbury, and Benny Wiley versus
No, you got to throw Clark Stroud in there.
okay versus Seth Luttrell, Venables, and Schmidt. Wow, I'm there for it.
I'd pay for it. I bet they wouldn't show up to it though.
Joe,
BB,
there you go. OX
hey,
kid,
Emmett
that's
Jones,
great.
dude. Emmett Jones is unreal. That dude, different. Different.
Oh, look at Sooner fan. He knows Clark Stroud.
Oh yeah.
Emmett
EJ
Jones.
ripped. EJ's ripped, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey, do you think they get a receiver out of the portal? Do you think they get Jaron Bradley?
Here's my thoughts on receiver. The only way they're going to bring in a receiver, in my opinion, is if it's a guy like Jaron Bradley. Yeah, I think Mulshoe would be sick that day. Wow, Matt.
Wow, Matt. Okay, he said JK at the end. Thank God.
Okay, I see that. I was
Matt,
getting worried, Matt.
you're getting ready to be in trouble, Matt.
Matt, 3 days from now, is this your first child? If this is your first child, the new world is about to open up. Excited for you, man. Evan Stewart, Jay. You're not going to get Stewart and Bradley.
No, they're going to get Bradley with the relationship Emmett has.
Emmett, it's over, dude. Get the Vince Carter tweet. Over. Now, I think it was Josh Calloway, Jay, that posted earlier what Seth Luttrell and Joe John Finley get to start with as far as cards on deck. It's insane. Jackson Arnold, Saltchuck.
Piece of the Cadillac.
Yes.
Wow, Brian. Cheaper than a divorce, Brian says. When do we hear about DG's plans for next year? That's a great question, Coconut Greg. I'm not sure when we're going to hear about it. To me, I guess he doesn't have to make a quick decision. So congrats, Matt, for sure, as Kimberly says. That's awesome. I don't think we're going to know anything soon. Do you, Jeremy?
I think it's going to be after the bowl game unless he knows
David
he's leaving. What?
What is David asking?
Okay. The deal about Art Briles. Are you talking about
at Baylor?
At Baylor, or when he was on the sideline at OU, and why that was a controversy? I'm just trying to figure out what your question is, David. We'll answer that, though. We know what the deal was, but just trying to figure out your question. Yeah, Sooner fan just said it there. He was a cover-up of some assaults at Baylor that were going on. Now, since recently has kind of been let go of that, right, Jay? Or released of those allegations?
Hey, yeah, I got my next trivia coming.
Chester, I agree with you some, but not Stutzman. I don't call Stutzman an old-timer. And Jay Jones, you can bet your butt Art Briles and Kendall Briles will be on that sideline.
Jeremy, you're ridiculous.
Why?
You are ridiculous.
Why?
I don't want to get in this with you tonight.
Why?
You're starting to sound like
why?
Why what?
Why is it ridiculous to say his brother-in-law is going to be his OC?
You said Art Briles will be on the sidelines.
And Kendall, and you said no way.
Art
and Kendall.
You think Zach Selman's okay with Art Briles being on the sideline?
I don't know. I don't know Zach Selman very well.
Jeremy, I would doubt it. And Kendall isn't going to go there. He's not calling plays. Levy's calling the plays. He's not going either.
Hey, I heard something earlier today that Seth Luttrell has way more experience calling plays than Levy did.
He's called it for quite a while.
Which is what we're talking. Yes, at Baylor, David. Is covering up some assaults, some sexual assaults is what that was.
Hey, let me ask
the next
the
head coach.
And hey, Sooner fan, you hit on the nail. Has nothing to do with Jeremy. They say you could be right, but I just don't see why the administration would want to mess with that. That's it. I'm not saying. I'm just saying I don't think they're going to want to mess with that. But
so Matt has a 7-year-old too. So I didn't see earlier if he had another kid. So
okay, trivia time. Brett,
let's
you
hear
got
it.
the first one. I don't know if Brett's still on here.
If Brett's still on here, the only other person to get 2 in the same night is Dow Pois, right?
Correct. So I'm sticking kind of with the Seth Luttrell, Joe John Finley. Okay. So Joe John Finley, I'm looking for a player that was on Joe John Finley's team at Oklahoma, who is now a pretty well-known offensive coordinator. See if y'all can get this. I say well-known for a well-known team. So see if y'all can get this. Jeremy, do you even know it?
Say it again.
A player that was on OU's team with Joe John Finley. Boom, Infidel already got it. Dang.
It's Joey Halsley.
Already got it. Yeah, that was quick, Infidel. Where's he at, Jeremy?
I have no idea.
Tennessee. I kind of thought
That's right.
I kind of thought he might be an option for this job. He's an OC QB coach here at Tennessee, but he's at a good program already. Yeah, Rocky Top. Good job, Infidel. Knocking it out of the park there. Knocking it out of the park with that one. That was too easy, I guess. Do you remember Joey Halsley?
Dusty. What is Dusty? Jay, is this what you're going to do tonight before you go to bed?
Heck no.
Heck no. Hunter will.
Dusty, do you want DG to come back? Okay, let me bring up something. I heard today on the radio, I heard a guy on the radio talking about this, and he said if he was OU, he would prefer that he would talk Dylan Gabriel into coming back, and if Arnold transferred, so be it. Is that the dumbest?
I was just kidding. I was just kidding about Hunter. I know Hunter. I agree with Hunter. Dylan Gabriel was the guy this year, but Dylan Gabriel cannot be the quarterback.
You're not sitting Jackson Arnold 2 years.
No, they're not.
No chance.
And they shouldn't.
That's like saying you feel like you have a first-round quarterback draft and you're going to sit him for 2 years. That's silly.
Hey, you're right.
Sooner fan, it was Craig Humphrey. Hey, were you rolling? I was driving. I about drove off the road.
I like Craig. Jay, I like Craig Humphrey, but
I love Craig Humphrey.
It's only with the Masters coverage. Guys, I got to ask something. Tiger Woods is coming back this week.
Oh, tomorrow. Hey, Brett.
Tiger Woods tomorrow, y'all.
Brett, that's very well said. He did. He did it. He used it properly, and look what he's doing now. I mean, so, yeah, Sooner fan pulled over too. It was awful, dude. I could not. Even the guy that was on there with him was like, huh?
I mean, again, Dylan Gabriel, thank you very much. You had an elite season. It was unbelievable what the numbers that he put up. I do think a lot of that was Jeff Levy as well, but it's Jackson Arnold's time. And even BV said it's a time for everything.
Jimmy, you're right about this. They are sitting Arch Manning probably next year, which is shocking to me, unless he could transfer guys.
He's not going to be there.
He could transfer.
I think the backup is Hawkins, but I think the backup needs to be someone out of the portal like Blake Shapen.
I love the name Copenhagen here. Hey, I think personally, I would think Hawkins would be the backup.
Would KJ Jefferson come be a backup?
No. Why would he come be a backup, dude? What do you?
$1 million?
No, to me, I think Hawkins is probably your backup. It's a young backup, but
You don't want him to be the backup.
who?
Hawkins.
You probably go out and get now.
Now, if I could go get Chandler Morris back to be a backup, I would.
Yeah, I mean, that's an option. I don't know who else to get. You go get a veteran.
Bean
Bean
beat us. He was a backup. He was good. You got to admit that.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Ewers is coming back.
Now, Will Howard would be an unbelievable backup.
Yeah, I kind of think Manning's leaving too. I kind of think he is.
Wow, Ron.
Is he talking about Drake Stoops?
Well, who else would it be? Unless he's talking about Bob Stoops. Bob's got his program on Sellout Crowd.
But I'm trying to think of guys to get a guy in the now you could probably go get a Spencer Sanders to be a backup.
Jen, I agree. Michael Hawkins will be the backup unless they can get a guy out of the portal.
Michael Hawkins is dang good.
I get it.
So what's the problem with him being the backup?
I don't think you want a true freshman behind a freshman, redshirt freshman. My opinion.
True freshman this year.
Right. It was Jackson Arnold. I agree.
Michael Hawkins a 4-star.
What's Michael Hawkins' size?
He's a 4-star.
What's his size?
Don't know. Probably 6 feet.
Yeah, Stoops is going to be playing on Sundays, guys. Brian Holston with the Stoops. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you got Booty that could be there. Bevel can come back.
Jay, stop.
6'2". 6'2".
That's what Sooner fan says, 6'2", 3-star, Jimmy says. I thought.
Man, what happened to Nick Evers?
Bad decision to leave. He would have been the backup right now.
Yeah, but he didn't even at Wisconsin. He was the backup. He didn't even make
third. Ox is there's no Bevel.
I was just joking about Bevel. You know that, right? Surely you know that.
There is a big difference between Arnold and Hawkins. I agree, but yeah. Listen, hey, the portal's going to go crazy next week.
Yeah, December 4th.
December 4th, guys. The portal opens up.
But you got guys that are already like I think it was who was it that said they're going to North Carolina? Max Johnson from A&M. He's already committed to North Carolina. Portal hadn't even opened. He's already committed.
Hey, listen, I know I'm going to watch some Seth Luttrell coordinating videos of when he was a coordinator.
Did you know he was under Mangino too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know Jay's reached out to Nick Foles, who Seth Luttrell coached. And look, I think it'll be fun to, in the next few weeks, kind of see what Luttrell might bring different to this bowl game. So the next few weeks are going to be exciting. And then you also got, I agree. Why didn't we just run Braden Willis the whole time? It was unreal. But, yeah, guys, portal's going to heat up. And we'll be here to cover it, I promise you. Every night, 9:30. And listen, I know you guys could have been elsewhere watching other chats, but you chose to be with us tonight. And for that, we are very grateful. Crystal Calendar, again, thank you so much for the super. We really appreciate you. For all the new people that are on here, thank you for finding our channel. And thank you for staying on here with us. And for all the OGs, wow, can't say enough for the faithfulness that you guys give us every night. We are 100% appreciative of you guys and look forward to it every night. Can't wait for tomorrow night. Boomer.
Sooner.